Welcome, welcome, guys. So today I'm going to continue or resume the conversation that we have left yesterday. We have talked about Pakistan, how democracy was established in the Pakistan, and we were supposed to have a discussion about other countries like Nepal, Bhutan, Maldives, Sri Lanka, and of course Bangladesh. So let's begin with Sri Lanka. So Sri Lanka, like India, has maintained or remained a democracy since it got independence in 1948, in spite of the various internal conflict that took place within the country. Sri Lanka was dealing with the problem of ethnic conflict. There was the Sinhala community that was majority in the country, and the Tamil peoples who migrated from India to Sri Lanka many years ago. The Sinhala community saw the Tamils as the invaders and denied the equal representation of them of theirs in politics and in uh, other economic and social fields. So this dispute or this denial of accepting the other community led to a ethnic struggle, and in 1983 LTT, Liberation Tigers of Tamil Elnam, was formed. It was an organization, a militant organization which was radically demanding the autonomy, a secessionist or a separate state, separate region within the Sri Lanka for the Tamils to accommodate. Although Tamils were in majority in northeastern part of the Sri Lanka, as the Sinhala community was prominent and it was considered the original habitant of the country, the government made all the policies in favor of the Tamils, the Singhalas, and ignored or neglected the demands of Tamil. The the conflict took a radical movement. Militant groups began to kind of use armed conflict, and the condition deteriorated. And in 1987, as see, Tamils were the people of Indian origin. That's why there were demands from India, or mainly because basically from Tamils, I probably Tamil Nadu, that Indian government should intervene and should talk to Sri Lankan government and resolve the issue, and help the Tamils in the Sri Lanka to get their rights and an equal share in the political and other socio-economical and government jobs. So in 1987, there was an accord signed by the ruler of or the leader of Sri Lanka and the Indian leader Rajiv Gandhi, and the Indian peacekeeping force was sent. It was a section of armies, uh, Indian army, to settle the matter between LTTE and the Singhalas. But uh, eventually, what happened is that Indian army had a conflict with LTTE, and the condition become worse. And of course, Sri Lankan people or the Sinhala people saw them saw you know did not like the presence of Indian army in the Sri Lanka, because they saw it as a as the India as India was interfering in their internal issues, internal matters. So without uh, being successful, without kind of completing his its task or objective, the Indian army, the Indian peacekeeping force, was withdrawn from Sri Lanka in 1989. And of course, kind of in result to it, the condition become the dispute become more intense and more violent. Eventually, Scandiana, Scandina, Scandinavian countries like Iceland or Norway intervene and brought the two countries, or the two kind of people, or I would say, or the two communities, to a peace, to a negotiation. And this worked in 2009. The long lasting conflict was ended, and the LTTE was vanquished. Maybe some of the demands were being accepted by Sri Lankan government. I don't know, but of course, in 2009 the war ended, and from from then only, the peaceful kind of agreement may had signed between the two groups, and the condition is stable now. But what is most fascinating about is that during meanwhile this conflict was prevalent, or was prominent, or was on the fire, Sri Lanka maintained its economic growth. It has maintained it has controlled its population growth, and per capita in terms of GDP was highest in Sri Lanka. Okay, literacy rate was very good, and it was the first country in the region that 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 had liberalized his economy. Okay, so after 2009, the matter resolved in 2009. And okay, here this discussion about Sri Lanka is okay completed. Now we talk about Nepal. Nepal Nepal was a Hindu nation in the past, and In 2002, I think, uh, people demanded, or I can say that people were demanding the democracy from the king. It was a monarchy. Nepal was a monarchy, and with the demand of the people, the king responded in 2002 and established a House of Representative, creating a constitutional monarchy. And in but some of the radical movement of the Maoist led the king, led the king, you know, or invoked the king's rage, and in 2002, I mean, because of that rage or kind of conflict, there were major conflict happened between the Maoist and the monarchist forces. In result of this, in 2002, the House of Representative was abolished, and there was the democracy. There was the end of the democracy, the limited democracy. But in 2006, peaceful demonstration by socialist, Maoist, and SPA (Seven Party Alliance) persuaded the king or forced the king to restore the Houses of Representatives. And in 2006, it has become again the constitutional monarchy. But I mean, I think in 2008, the monarchy was abolished in the Nepal, and a democracy based on, I mean, a government based on representative democracy was established, and from then the country is being ruled by the democratic forces or parties. And in 2015, it amended its constitution. Hmm? Let's talk about uh, Bhutan. So in 2008, I think, Bhutan had become the constitutional monarchy. Before that, it was a landlocked country. Okay, it is a landlocked country. It is a small nation like Maldives. Maldives Maldives was a sultanate till 1968. Then presidential form of government was established in Maldives, and in 1988, I think, Tamils have attacked the country, but Indian Air Force and Indian Navy, kind of acted actively to prevent a kind of conflict, and it helped in this way. It helped Maldives in this way. Besides this, India has also aided or helped the Maldives in economic, in financial in financial condition by giving financial aid. Okay, in it helped India helped the Maldives to develop the economical structure, economic structure for its development, development of tourism, fisheries. Hmm. So yes, Bangladesh. So Bangladesh was established in 1971 after the India-Pakistan war, and Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. No, 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 no. Ziaur Rahman. Sheikh Mujib ur Rahman was become the kind of prime minister and he was from Awami League. लेकिन भैया बोलते हैं ना लालच बुरी वाला है, 1975 में उसने जो है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल को अमेंड कर दिया, सारी पार्टीज़ को अबॉलिश कर दिया और एक पार्लियामेंट्री फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट से प्रेसिडेंशियल फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट में ले आया. फिर क्या होना था इसको, एसिनेशन. ठीक है. फिर 1978 आई थिंक 1977 में 1977 में कोई और व्यक्ति आया. बाद में उसने अपने अपने आप को 5 साल के लिए इलेक्ट कर दिया. बाद में उसे भी भगाया गया. 1991 से जो है बांग्लादेश में आफ्टर कोल्ड वॉर एरा, आफ्टर द एंड ऑफ कोल्ड वॉर एरा, तो 1991 से वहाँ पे डेमोक्रेसी है. बात कर ली पाकिस्तान की, बात कर ली मालदीव्स की, बात कर ली बांग्लादेश की, बात कर ली श्रीलंका की, बात कर ली इंडिया की. इंडिया की बात क्या ही करनी, पाकिस्तान की. ठीक है. सो यही है आज के लिए, इतना ही था. एंड आई थिंक कि मैं प्रैक्टिस पे ज़्यादा ध्यान नहीं दे रहा हूँ, बट आई प्रॉमिस यू दैट कल मैं पूरा कंटेंट के साथ आऊँगा एंड कुछ ऐसा फालतू नहीं. आज तो बस ऐसे ही बैठ गया, बट कल हाँ कंटेंट के साथ आऊँगा एंड विल बी हैविंग अ गुड डिसीजन यस टुमारो. एंड आई अश्योर यू दैट a very interesting session is going to be held tomorrow. We will be having a discussion on the human nature book, and that is very interesting, I can assure you. So let's see what would happen tomorrow. So goodbye and have a good day.